As basketball season winds down in the high schools, it's just getting started for those in the Stanford Peace AAU basketball program.
It's a high-end basketball program, the idea of which, the philosophy behind which is that basketball is a privilege, that your job as a young person is to do your best in school, to do your chores at home, to be a good citizen, and the reward is that you get to play basketball at a high end. Too often we were seeing Coach Lenwood Lotta and I, who started the program in '07, we were coaching at West Hill, and we were seeing kids that were phenomenally talented and had were high potential kids that, frankly, were academics was a secondary issue for them.
Tryouts were held on Saturday at Rippewan Middle School and were open to any students from 3rd through 10th grade for boys and 3rd through 11th grade for girls. Both Coach Lotta and Crifter say they started the program because they wanted to teach children before high school that being a good ball player is about more than being athletic. You've got to be a good student, too.
Well, this is our 4th year, and we've already got a bunch of the kids from the program into private school. We now both coach at St. Luke's School up in New Canaan, which is a private school. So some of our kids now, we've already got them prepared for academics that's necessary to go to a high-level academic school. Not only do we want them to be ready academically, but we want them to be good citizens. So we get mentors for the kids, so they'll have great role models within the business world as well as in the sports world, because we don't want them to think that basketball is the end of all. So we want them to understand college, going to college, as well as getting a good job. They come hand in hand.
And parents, as well as the players, seem to love the coaching style.
Peace has been like an unbelievable experience for these kids. I've seen my son go from not knowing what a team was like, not knowing what it was like to actually play together as a group, to supporting his teammates supporting him. Coach has a statement, and I don't know if I'm quoting him correctly, but that somebody out there is always practicing. And when you come to the gym and you haven't been practicing, and they have, they're really going to show how much they've worked on it.
Yeah, they like it because they like how they trust them a lot, and we see that he loves us, so it's good.
My dad says that basketball is a privilege, and you need to get your grades good. You need to get good grades to play basketball.
I think first school gets first. Once I finish my homework, I usually go play basketball, work out some. So schoolwork is priority.
Yeah, I think in terms of being respectful of those in authority and respecting the game and having great sportsmanship, I think he's learned that going through the process and how to take loss in terms of, the games get very competitive.
I like that it's fun and you get to travel around and play against other people.
I think what's different with this program than other programs is actually work with the kids. My son came in last year, didn't really know too much about basketball, but like to play. They sit down individually and work with each kid, and that's very important. Not only that, they also keep the education component to it as well too.
I like it because it doesn't let you get away with things. If you do something bad, then you have a punishment, and then you just don't do bad things and you can get better.
So much positive reinforcement with the coaching style, always a good moral program, very, about the report cards and being a good citizen and working hard and, not giving up.
In his former life, Coach Crifter worked on Wall Street, and that gave him the financial ability to fund most of the program.
Thus far, I have substantially funded it myself. I was very fortunate to, over the last 20 years, to work on Wall Street, to coach on the side, get a number of opportunities to coach on the side. And about 4 years ago, I went to my partners. I had been in the investment management business, and went to my partners and said, I had a great run, and I wanted to devote myself to kids and teaching and coaching, and so I've been able to fund it largely myself. But that's as it's evolved, and grown, that's not a long-term solution, and so in the process of getting our 501(c) status, finalized, and we will go out to outside funders. People.
And not only do the coaches teach drills and life lessons, they also tutor their players if the kids need a little extra help in school.
We encourage them in terms of, to bounce things off of us. In about a half hour, there's a young man that's played for us for 3.5 years. He's coming over to be tutored because he really wants to excel, and that's really what the mission is. The mission is about excellence, not just on the court, but principally off the court. Basketball is just the vehicle.
While tryouts were held this past weekend, Coach Krifter noted that because they were held just before vacation, kids who are interested in playing on Peace basketball teams should get in touch with him, and he would accommodate another tryout, because everyone deserves the chance to do well in basketball as well as in life.